Hello and welcome to 33 Days to Merciful Love. We are on day 30. Today we're pondering the little way. 3 words summarise what we learned about the little way. Put differently, we just need to try and remember to do 3 things. Recognise, trust and try. Recognise. To live the little way, we need to recognise the darkness of our littleness and brokenness. Remember, the little way is based on Saint Therese's deep rediscovery of the heart of the gospel, namely God's mercy for sinners, God's love that goes out, especially to the weak, broken and sinful. Therese simply recognised that by recognising her littleness and helplessness more and more, she would therefore be more and more ready for the cascading love pouring forth from the pierced heart of Jesus. In her letter 197, she powerfully expresses this idea. The weaker one is without desires or virtues. The more suited one is for the workings of this consuming and transforming love. But we must consent to remain always poor and without strength. And this is the difficulty. Let us remain then very far from all that sparkles. Let us love our littleness. Let us love to feel nothing. Then we shall be poor in spirit, and Jesus will come and look after us, for he will transform us in the flames of love. Trust. Recognising our weakness, brokenness and sin can be a difficult thing. In the quote above, Therese even says, this is the difficulty. And why is it difficult? It's difficult because the wound in each of us, caused by original sin, makes us tend to doubt God's goodness and love. Indeed, we tend to think in a worldly, Janist way that says we must earn God's love by being perfect, strong and without sin. So the difficulty is to reverse this tendency in ourselves and to trust. It's to ignore the thieves of hope and to believe in God's promise of mercy. It's to hope against hope that the Lord's merciful love goes out to us not just because we're perfect, strong and without sin, but because we're imperfect, weak and sinful. In fact, it's to trust even beyond that. It's to trust that the prophetic word of Saint Therese of Lisieux, Doctor of the Church, that God will satisfy our desires for holiness and raise us to the heights of sanctity. It's to trust that he will make us into great saints, even if we don't see it happening, even if we struggle with the same sins every day, even if we have to wait for the grace of holiness until the very end of our lives. It's to believe Therese's word in letter 197. It is confidence and nothing but confidence that may lead us to love. It's to trust the word of the greatest sin of modern times when she tells us in that same letter that her only treasure is the blind hope that I have in God's mercy. It's to listen to her ask us, why can't that treasure be ours? And it's to realise that treasure can be mine if I cling to God's mercy with trust. Try. So to live the little way, we must recognise our weakness and trust in God's mercy, and we must also keep trying. Okay, but what does that mean? It means we have to keep striving to grow in holiness. For instance, it means going to Mass and confession regularly, taking time to pray, and doing little things with great love. It means forgiving those who have hurt us. It means being sorry for our sins, making a firm resolution not to sin again, and never making a truce with sin. It means not settling for complacency or mediocrity or the attitude that says, well, that's just who I am. In other words, it means striving to be faithful, to examining our consciences every day. Also, it means not giving in to discouragement or, God forbid, despair. It means that if we fall into discouragement or despair, we'll make an effort to get right back up, right back to trusting in God's mercy. It means trying to remember and keep before our eyes the infinite mercy of God, who never tires of forgiving. It means striving to never tire of asking God for forgiveness. Today's prayer. Spend the day pondering how to live the little way as it is summarised in these 3 words. Recognise, trust, and try. What came to me was this line. The Lord's merciful love goes out to us not because we're perfect, strong, and without sin, but because we're imperfect, weak, and sinful. This idea that we need God, that we need something greater than what we are, this idea that we can't do it by ourselves. If we were perfect, strong, without sin, then this whole process would be irrelevant, really, wouldn't it? If we saw ourselves as perfect and always getting everything right, whether you were right or not, we wouldn't be here. So I would say that no one that is following this process is saying, well, that's just who I am. I'm just sinful and I'm not going to do anything about it. Imagine anyone that's got this far, you who have got this far, is interested in what more we can do to bring love to the world. Interesting when she says in the recognise, let us remain very far from all that sparkles. Let us love our littleness. Let us love to feel nothing. Then we shall be poor in spirit, and Jesus will come look for us. And he will transform us in flames of love. This idea of being so small. So there being so much space. Space for consciousness of Christ to fill. I think part of this road to becoming a great saint is to love feeling nothing. No, when I say it like that, I think, oh, I don't love to feel nothing, but to love to feel the nothing, to love to feel, that the consistency, to not have to feel, to experience the truth of who you are, to be able to be consistent, equanimous, constant as truth. You know, it's the mind that has preferences, likes, dislikes, and feelings, and, is caught up in this constant drama of being a human. And if we love feeling nothing, can change it from this, oh, I don't feel anything, to missing out, to actually getting to feeling nothing, to just being. This experience of being is even having to sort of train my mind when I look at that phrase of let us love to feel nothing. I'm having to re-navigate the meaning and the weight that's attached to certain words in my mind, to give it power, or not, to find strength and peace in feeling nothing, rather than, oh, I feel nothing, but to feel nothing. And to kind of be in this, there'd be so much spaciousness, and to be small, and for God to fill the rest of that space, which from the mind would experience it as transformation, but it's more an actual experience of truth, in my opinion. I was thinking today, about how our efforts are absolutely irrelevant, but absolutely necessary. I think I mentioned that yesterday in this journey of receiving grace. And I think that kind of applies to the idea of trying in the little way. We just have to keep making an effort. We have to keep showing up. We're not going to just sit and do nothing, and we have to try in alignment with what it is we say we believe, what it is we say we want. We have to demonstrate the embodiment or willingness of the embodiment. It means if we fall into discouragement or despair, we'll make an effort to get right back up, right back to trusting in God's mercy. It means trying to remember and keep before our eyes the infinite mercy of God, who never tires of forgiving. It means striving to never tire of asking for forgiveness. To never think that we've made it yet. We've done all our asking for forgiveness. There's always more. But for me, the main line is keep before our eyes the infinite mercy of God. To remember that it's available. To remember it's available and then remember how to access it. Or what we need to demonstrate for it to display itself, be offered to us. So I'd love to hear your ponderings, so please do share if you have any. And then we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be pondering the offering. Until then.